Toprak Razgatlioglu is one of the most exciting prospects we have seen in motorcycle racing in years. His 2021 title victory over Jonathan Rea was special in World Superbikes. There have been many talks linking Toprak to MotoGP in the future, but with the Turkish rider committing his future in 2023 in World Superbikes, let's focus on the present. His 2022 title defence has not been as successful as he would have liked, as he is 79 points behind Alvaro Bautista and 43 points behind Jonathan Rea as we head into the British round of the World Superbikes this week. Can Toprak get this gap closed down any further, or is he going to keep losing points? Well, this is what this video is going to discuss. Where has it went wrong for Toprak in 2022 so far? Well, it looks like the Yamaha hasn't progressed as much as the Ducati would have, and the Kawasaki. Toprak admits that he has went back to last year's spec, and things have kind of progressed from there, but there has been some bumps in the road. Toprak suffered a DNF at Misano, and that really paid heavy prices to his championship challenge, but he was able to win a race that weekend. So you look at it in a balancing act. Is the bike any better? No, but he was so successful on last year's bike that, if he can get up to that standard of riding, where I don't think he is at the level of 2021 Toprak. He doesn't seem as comfortable on the brakes, but I think that that's due to mainly Jonathan Rea and, of course, Alvaro Bautista, being so strong. I think the Toprak has just had to readjust, and I think that the bike, that the comfortable package that he will ride this weekend, we will see a real progression for Toprak. I think that he'll be well in the mix for race wins. Looking back at the start of the season, we had Toprak who didn't win a race until Misano. He was constantly finishing in third place. He lost two basically battles when he was leading the sprint race in Estoril, and he lost the front to Jonathan Rea on the last lap, and then he got beat on the line as well by Alvaro Bautista at Estoril. So there could have been a few instances where you look at just little things where he could have had more wins, but I do think Toprak isn't out of this title race yet. I think that when he can get on a roll, we've seen it last year how good he can be. If he can get a run of like 2-3 wins, and say Rea and Bautista struggle, say there's a DNF in there, I think that Toprak can close this gap, but it is very difficult. But you look at the prospect of Toprak and Jonathan Rea, having to work with each other now, because as I mentioned at the start, Rea is a lot of points off Bautista, I believe. Let me just check. He is just over 40 odd points from Bautista, so they're going to have to work together to try and claw the gap back. And it's so strange that rivals having to work together as such. How can they take points off Bautista and get their teammates involved? It's going to be interesting. Do I think Toprak can win this title? Yes, but things need to go his way quickly, and he needs to get back on the winning form. Will we see him in MotoGP in the future? I do think so. He was testing the Yamaha in a private test at Aragon, and he was pretty fast from what we're led to believe. But could other manufacturers get Toprak? That would be something that his manager Kenan Sofuoglu had mentioned in the past. They're open to other manufacturers, not just Yamaha, and of course with the Red Bull sponsor that he brings, he is an interesting and marketable person. So yeah, interesting for Toprak. I think that his 2022 season is far from done. He can still play a big part in this championship race. We will just have to see this weekend. Let me know in the comments below on your thoughts about Toprak this season. Will we see him in MotoGP in the future? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to Christ MotoGP for more content.